Good afternoon, everybody.
Howdy, y'all.
We just left camp at Traverse City State Park. We're on our way to our next camping location, but we had to stop at this quaint little town. Once again, someone told us we should definitely stop here. We're probably gonna get a bite to eat later as well.
Where we're located is Leland, Michigan. And the reason we're here is there's a historical district called Fishtown, which is a preservation created in 2007, preserving the historic way a fish town used to look. It's got overhanging docks, it has fishing tugs, charter fishing, smokehouses, and so much more. I just can't wait to see it because it's old school. It's like 1800s old school.
And there's a bunch of boutiques, so I want to check that out.
Officially made it to Fishtown. It was a short little walk. That main street that we were on was right over there, but this town has got a bunch of fishing shanties. Look at these buildings. Is this not cool? So this is what it used to look like in a fishing town, and they preserved all this and made it into a preservation society, the Fishtown Preservation Society.
This is the Welcome Center.
That's the Welcome Center?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go check out the Welcome Center.
You can't block.
So the Welcome Center is locked, but we'll check out everything else.
So that is a really cool lodge over there. That would be awesome to stay at. And the Cove restaurant is right over there, and I think we're gonna try to eat dinner there in a little bit. People are fishing off this. How cool is that? Cute little place to get cheese and a snack and shops. Pretty awesome.
Look how clear this water is. Over here in the deep part, you can actually see to the very bottom. I don't know if y'all can see that. This just might be the coolest thing we've done so far in Michigan, in my opinion. This is so cool. A few vlogs ago, we kayaked the Platte River, and it had an inland lake that the water was feeding out of, which was the Platte Lake. Well, this also up there is coming out of another inland lake called Lake Leelanau, and this is an outlet from that lake feeding into Lake Michigan right there. But they put a little dam here, I guess to help put water in the lake, because there's houses all around that lake, and they're probably trying to keep it at a certain level around the year. But this is so cool to me. I mean, this is like a picture. Isn't this like a picture? And when you walk down at this end of the dock, closer to the Great Lake, Michigan, you can do charter fishing, where these guys out here will take you out and you pay for charter fishing. Works out pretty nicely. Something I would like to do probably one day.
We decided we're gonna go ahead and get dinner at the Cove. That was delicious and an amazing view.
Phenomenal.
Now we're gonna head to our camp spot, which is north of Northport. It is Leelanau State Park. Now this campground has no showers, no water hookup, no electrical hookup.
Has a pit toilet.
But it's on the very end of this peninsula. So it was kind of cool. I was like, we should just stay there. So we're gonna stay 2 nights. We have 1 full day tomorrow. So let's head to camp. We made it to camp. Very short drive. I think it was like 30 minutes. We're at site number 3 and it's very pretty here.
It's gorgeous, but we will admit, you have warned us, many of you have warned us about the biting flies. And I think the back of the trailer is fully covered. Where do they go?
Here's one. Let's not bring them back.
Yeah, okay, here, they're all on the side here.
I think they like the sun.
Yeah, I do too. The good thing is that the temperature is so cool here, we can put on pants and stuff and not be bitten.
It's crazy because when we left Leland, it was 78, 79. 89. And then as soon as we pulled in here, 67. So yay, have on my shirt. I'm excited.
Yeah, I might go put on some pants because they started biting me already.
Well, this is not technically where we're going to leave the trailer either. We just need to figure out where we want to put the tent, which I think it's going to be in this general area. After we put the tent up, we'll reassess the situation. But there's also kind of a lot of space between the neighbors here. They're kind of close, but it's, you know, we've got trees in between. It's not that big of a deal. And then we don't have another neighbor here till way over there. There's a picnic table. So that's kind of cool. So far it's beautiful here.
The temperature's so nice because this morning we left Traverse.
God, so hot.
In the heat wave. There's a heat wave today.
Heat advisory. It says in Northport there's a heat advisory. We're a little bit more north of Northport. I think they're just saying all of Michigan, not necessarily each little individual area. Especially the big cities are hot. But let's get the tent set up. I think that's good. While Cody puts the last finishing touches onto camp, I think we're gonna go take a loop around the park, see what Lake Michigan looks like from up here. We're at the nearest point. Tonight we are supposed to get a rainstorm is what they say. I kind of feel a sprinkle now, but it's not supposed to start yet. We're just dying to get this pollen off of our tent, y'all. Look at this mess. This is like April in Arkansas, and we're still like, I was laughing about it. I'm not laughing about it anymore. I'm like, I've already cleaned everything once before, like literally everything.
This might blow y'all's mind about Kelly, but she lives out here. You see this? And normally it's a wilderness. We usually are out in national forest and BLM lands, but she's a neat freak. She's super clean and wants everything clean. And I'm that way too because I was raised by Kelly after I was 18 to be that way.
Well, I can't sleep if I'm dirty and I know that I'm sleeping in dirt. I can't sleep. I won't sleep. I won't. I'll stay up and I'll find a way to clean it. I just can't. So when we got here, there was pollen all on the floor and I like wiped the whole floor up and then somehow pollen got back on it. But there's no pine trees around here and I'm thinking the only thing pollinating now is the pine. So hopefully it can rain. We can get a couple of days before we leave here with no pollen.
We'll see. It was coming out in sheets at Traverse City State Park.
And it would start in the morning. Really bad in the morning. You could just see it just like waving. Well, we drove around the park. And we totally forgot to film any of it. We just drove around the campground and saw what the other campsites look like and the ones right up next to the water. And then there is a lighthouse here that you can tour.
However, a storm is rolling in, a really big one, and we're excited.
We're hoping it rains.
We hope it rains hard and all the pollen.
I'm afraid it's gonna miss us.
I think we're gonna get something.
I hope. If not, we're gonna have to figure some way to get this pollen off. Even though it's just gonna be right back on, but
it's on thick though.
Yeah.
It's on thick.
That was thunder.
That was good. It sounded like it was south of us. Anywho, we'll see y'all in the morning.
See you then. Hey everybody.
Good morning, y'all. It rained really hard, but it was so nice last night. And look how crisp and clean everything looks now. The pollen's knocked off everything, including the plants in our tent.
And our canopy.
And the canopy. That's the only reason we put this up, was to get some of the pollen off of it. Just look how gorgeous this morning is.
This morning for breakfast, I'm cooking my English muffins. So I took y'all's advice and I actually got rid of all the bacon grease, scraped the bottom of the pan with my wooden spatula, did equal ratios parts butter and oil, and I used this new little oil I'm digging, and they did not stick. They flipped perfectly fine and they're looking good. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, that's turning out way better than usual, don't you think?
Yeah, that looks great.
Okay, I'm gonna do one of these. Let's get another plate.
Okay. You got 2 more to make?
3 more.
3 more to make. Got to make sure everything's locked down because now we're about to leave camp and check out a lighthouse. I don't know if we're going to do the tour or not, but it does have a lighthouse on this property. And we're going to do some other hikes. Originally, we were going to go kayaking, but there's 20-mile-per-hour winds and lake wind advisories, which isn't safe around these parts whenever there's high winds.
As we're pulling out, we're gonna make the loop around the campground. That way we can show you the spots right on the water. We did not get one of those spots because the ones that were available were not big enough for our trailer and our tent, and the rest of them were taken. So I thought that was really neat, but unfortunately they were too small, the ones that were available for all of our stuff. Those sites are in the number 20s, I think 23 through 28 or 29. So if you wanted to get on their website and book, at least you know the site numbers. And if you just have a tent or just a trailer, it would be fine, like a small trailer, like ours was smaller. But now we're gonna head to the lighthouse. Let's go.
Y'all know how we love our trees. This is a northern white cedar, and tell me this is not a cool looking tree. Get over there by it, honey, so the folks at home can see what it looks like. Look at that. Is that not cool? You know what this almost looks like? Giant mammoth tusk. Doesn't it? These here?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Okay, this Grand Traverse Lighthouse is a self-guided tour, so we have our little pamphlet here. This first area that we're in is the kitchen.
And it was built in 1852, $5 per person a tour.
I would like just for once to cook on a stove like that. That would be cool.
So there were cisterns that collected rainwater that went under the house, and the containers under the house got pumped up through this handle, bam, to collect rainwater and wash dishes. That's pretty neat. Oh yeah.
This is the dining room.
So anyone that actually worked in these lighthouses had to live here and do everything. So they didn't just manage the light at the top. They had to be the caretaker of the property. They had to be a first aid in case someone was found on the beach. They had to go save people. I mean, it was a full-time job. And also, if anybody was ever found injured, the wife of the husband of this would usually care for the person that was injured. So she had a major task in that as well, not to mention housekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
And bookkeeping.
And taking care of kids.
That too.
All right, now we're in the living room.
Good
This is the furnace,
Lord.
Wow.
Now that is cool. Look at that thing. That's a piece of artwork in itself.
This is the parents' bedroom. Kind of a nice little bedroom.
It really is.
Like I like all the light, natural light coming in.
I guess this is up to the lighthouse. It's the old light. That is cool. Okay, this part's a little tight. Man, these are some narrow steps.
one's open though.
So it's a tight fit. For sure. Oh. Man, if you're in a hurry, you don't get up here very fast. Pretty. Looks like this lighthouse is no longer in operation.
Yeah,
like the other one was. Yeah, the other one still has the light right here in operation. Unless, and I see an electrical box here with conduit going out, so it makes me wonder if it's out.
What's that?
Oh, that's the new light. So that, okay, there it is. But right there's a solar panel with a little wing gauge. But to the left, a little coil thing, that is the new light. So that's what they're using now, and that's what was inside of the other lighthouse we visited. I guess they just do that because of these trees. Might be why. But with these taller trees, it's blocking this lighthouse, so they just put that little tower out there.
Makes sense. Okay, let's shimmy on down, and we're gonna go, I think we're gonna do some hikes. We gotta check our little map out though. Okay, slight change of plans. We drove down to the hiking area, and we both have just decided that we kind of want to just go down to the water and hang out.
Yeah, we're kind of just tired.
We're kind of tired. I told him I need to quit putting lavender in our coffee in the morning. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know, it hit me hard. I'm tired.
So I think we're going to go back to camp, gather up some things, and head down to the beach area for a little bit. We made it to our first beach. This is called Christmas Cove. It is in the town of Northport, and someone told us about this area to come to. We got to get all our stuff. I got to get my swimmy on, and we can get out there.
Was right in line with what was needed. Good old relaxing on the beach.
But we did come back to camp, and we did get a workout in. And tonight for dinner, I'm just going to do something really easy because we are having to use the water from our tank to shower and wash dishes. So we have enough water left. We're just going to do turkey sandwiches. I picked up this bread at the grocery store. So we're going to make turkey sandwiches with that. I'm making some hot tea first.
I'll tell you one thing though. Sometimes you get excited about just a good, simple turkey sandwich.
Yeah, we love turkey sandwich.
So do y'all remember when we went to the winery in the last vlog? Check this out. We kept that whole entire jar that we used for the crackers. Oh, if you're wondering what we're smashing here, one of Kellie's my favorite things as a little dessert snack is chocolate covered raisins.
So first I'm gonna heat up some bread, well, toast it. And these pieces are a little big, so I might only be able to do 2 at a time, but that's okay.
And since we're in the Great Lakes, well, Lake Michigan, part of the Great Lakes, we're doing some Great Lakes Potato Chips Company chips. Barbecue kettle cooked. Let's see how these taste. I'm excited.
Oh wait, I gotta finish these. I'll let you go.
That's a really good chip.
Is it?
Actually, I usually don't get this detailed in the chips, but what I do want to point out is they're a little bit thicker than most chips I've had.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
Time to make the sandwiches. My toast has been toasted. Got some mustard. This mustard was so good. Oh my gosh. Honey mustard, by the way.
I wonder what this chip would taste like dipped in the honey mustard.
Oh God, that sounds good.
It does.
Probably delish.
Wow.
That I'll get into.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of flavor going on there. Let's dip some spinach in there.
All right.
Man, that is one pretty sandwich.
There's our sandwich.
So Kelly taught me a trick. I used to make fun of her when she did this.
I just like to cut my sandwiches. I always have.
Well, I figured out why. Because it doesn't hit the sides of your mouth. I know, like, if I ate it at the corner, it still would hit the sides of my mouth, but now it fits in my mouth. Ah! Ah! What?
Okay.
Well, we're going to enjoy dinner tonight, which is some amazing sandwiches. We've got to pack up tomorrow because we're leaving this region of Michigan. We're heading more north. We got to actually go back down and then back up. And we're going to be doing something that y'all have been asking us to do a lot. We've had so many people tell us that we need to do this. So y'all stay tuned. We'll catch you on the other.
See you on the next one.